Hello, Seer! Welcome! Hey, Valentine 2! Everybody's here early today. How is volume of everything so far? I had adjusted the music volume between streams, so it might be a little different than it was before. I am 5 minutes late. I had to reconnect my camera. But you guys are here early because you're here right when I started. Let's go! Yakbull was fighting a cougar? Is that what it said? A dog and a yakbull? Getting some animal fights. My camera doesn't like to stay connected, so a lot of times when I'm starting up, I have to fiddle with it a little bit. I don't remember if we were trying to do anything special last time, so we are just going to pick up with digging. We're going to go all the way down to 20 here. See what we end up with after that. Looks like we set up the tavern, and we're getting some furniture in there. What time of year was it? Opal. I don't remember what season that's in. At some point, I looked up the Dwarf Fortress calendar and had kind of paid attention to that, but then I stopped, or didn't remember. Just to do a quick check, do we have any grazing animals that are not... Oh, we have elk birds! Sweet. Okay, so we need to tame some of the elk birds. Z, enter, T. Yeah. Elk birds. I don't think we'll try and hatch elk birds again. I don't know. If we make some, have a good lurk, Valentine. Thanks for coming. Thanks for lurking. Hope to see you a little bit later. If we build some nest boxes and the elk birds claim them, I'm not going to stop it, but we might just capture and then butcher if we need them. Fix your car. Did it blow up again? Ooh, excuse me. I was up till like 2 in the morning playing chess with Valentine. Oh, the battery, that's right, you said your battery was having issues. It seems like it shouldn't be Friday already. What do you guys think? Is it Friday already, or is it too soon to be Friday? A ranger canceled tame an elk bird. He was frightened. Was he frightened by the elk bird? Was he trying to tame the elk bird while it's still in the cage? Presumably we like just got them. We have a fourth as well. Da, da, da. Trying to fight a yawn there for a second. What is this big, derpy looking drake? I was gonna say duck. Pretty close. You're happy it's Friday, but you've been quite cheery this week. You just have a pretty good week? Earlier today, oh, we're paused. Earlier today, I was walking into the grocery store, and one of the guys coming out asked why I was smiling so big. I said I'm just a generally happy person, I guess. Okay, once we start getting some more furniture in here, use what I want, we can probably start smoothing some stuff. Seems like a lot of things are getting done. We're still sort of behind on like our dwarf capacity. We still want to have more dwarves actually in the fortress to kind of catch up. We have pretty good created wealth. We're just waiting for all those horrible stories about the what was it? I want to say a were taper, but that was in Salford Sal's stream. What did we have? Were llama. We're waiting for all the bad stories about the were llama to fade away from people's memories so they'll come and move in. I'm glad you've been cheery this week, Seer. Last couple of days I've been a little bit down in the dumps, but I was just kind of feeling a little blue. Nothing too bad. Happens from time to time. Got outside, got some sunshine. Feel a little better now. I'm just looking for like gems along the way down this tunnel. What's that J? Whoops. Can I see what this guy's carrying? What would start with a J? Oh, I think it's because I'm back on Twitch and talking to people again. Before getting back on here, I wasn't talking to friends much, nor online friends. I was like that for a long time. Felt with my social anxiety, it would be just too stressful to talk to people and worry about what I say, how much people think, and stupid stuff like that. Yeah, I can feel that, man. Other than like people at work, I don't socialize very much. Lately, I've been hanging out online with Valentine a whole lot more, and it's felt pretty good to be like feeling that connection again. He is my brother. We get along really well, but we just don't really like hang out because he lives far away from me. But being able to chat online, get on Discord and goof around, play games together, that kind of stuff has been a lot of fun. During this whole time that I've started picking up my Twitch streaming a lot more, I'm also playing PC games a lot more, and it can be a little easier to get people to play PC games than it can be to like get somebody on an Xbox or whatever. But it's been a good time. Like I said, last night we stayed up till like 2 a.m. just playing chess on the internet. I'm glad that you're getting some more social interactions here, particularly because it's with me. Yeah, it's not hard to tell that we are social creatures, that we are not meant to be alone. We don't have any military squads yet, do we? Yeah, not really. I actually wasn't very sleepy. I had taken a nap earlier in the day, and Valentine tends to wake up later in the day. I don't know what his sleep schedule was like yesterday, but he was getting pretty sleepy when we finished. It was online, so it's not like we're sitting at a table on a board game. But it was alright. It's pretty fun. It's been a long time. I used to be kind of a chess nerd when I was in like younger grade school. I think I was literally in chess club as an after-school activity. So it was fun to like play and remember tricky things like the 4-move checkmate and stuff like that. Okay, it's getting mined already. The TV is on, and I don't see the remote nearby. It'll turn itself off after a while. We're digging down already. Just playing by myself. I've been playing a lot of the Call of Duty Warzone game because it's free to play, and I'm trying to get better at first-person shooters on the PC. I'm not great on Xbox, but like I haven't played a first-person shooter on PC in so long, and trying to like get back into the controls and stuff like that. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm not very good at the game still, but I'm good at having fun. I'm good at enjoying things. It's part of the reason you shouldn't ask me how a movie is, because I'm going to say it was good, even if most people don't think it was good. I enjoy things. Yeah, honestly, I'm not good at I'm probably not a very good chess player in general. I'm not good at like looking super far ahead, but I'm good at anticipating what the other person is about to do. So I guess I would be a more defensive player. I'm sure with more like practice and experience, we'd get better. And if Valentine and I keep playing, we'll probably get better. But I'm good at baiting and trapping in chess. I'm good at getting you to do what I want you to do, which can be pretty handy. I kept taking Valentine's clean last night by getting him to do something to take a piece or to look a different direction than he was paying attention to a minute ago. I did beat one random stranger while Valentine and I were trying to get the challenge and accept the challenge thing working. Somewhere we flubbed it up and ended up playing against a couple of random guys first thing, like right when we got on, and I did beat that guy. Or no, he resigned. But that felt pretty cool. We still have a whole lot of stuff in our trade depot. Cougar and a stray yak cow are fighting. It's our cougar, isn't it? There's a cougar. Chess.com, I think it was. Valentine and I both created accounts that are the same as our Twitch accounts. He said it's funny because you get to chess.com and you think it's going to be like very serious and chessy, and then there's a big like Twitch style banner for Twitch streamers playing chess on chess.com, and I guess that's what got Valentine interested in it, and I got on there just because I wasn't really doing anything else. Same thing. Does it redirect, or is it is it literally the same thing, or not quite? I'm a bit of a stickler about stuff like that. We must be doing okay on meals. Let me check our workflows. 5 to 10 of roasts. Oops. Okay. I think I'll increase the lavish meals. Since we are making them, I want to make more of them. Let's get it up to like 25 to 30. Oh, okay. Oh, neat. Feel free to send a friends request on there. They have a whole like friend system, I guess. It's the first thing Valentine and I did when we got on was add each other as friends so that we could challenge each other and just play with each other instead of random people. Because neither he nor I have that kind of confidence right now. It looks like there's a rabbit. That's it. Yeah, little buck rabbit hopping around. That's an adorable little sprite. Cave crocodile and a human swordsman. It sounds like it's not going great for the human swordsman. He got his hand ripped off. Yeah, he lost. Eee. And then an elk bird was slaughtered after it was trained, which is kind of funny. A giant rat that is not tame. Let's tame it. This will get some experience for our animal trainers. Sprocketoad! How do you read those battle logs? Like, what is the latest? If you hit R for, I guess it's for reports, but when it has the C, it's not there now, but when the red C is up in this corner, it means that there's a combat log. You hit R for reports, and whatever's at the top is the most recent. You can also tell by the date down here at the bottom. We're getting later into Opal as we go up. But yeah, you just hit enter, and you can view these combat logs. Now, what's at the bottom is the most recent. But yeah, that cave crocodile took him out, man. Ripped off the right hand and then the left hand. Yikes. That's a bummer. That human swordsman's not very handy. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for the boo. Oh no, there's a dwarf. The cave crocodile didn't catch up with him. What did the dwarf go to get, though? I really hope he's not just carrying away one of the hands. Did you drink the water just to do the spit take? That seemed like more of a disappointed joke. Yeah, the human swordsman's been found dead. We knew he was there. What are we doing on digging? They got to the digging like right away, which is good to know that our miners are basically ready. Yeah, they went all the way down. Let's keep going, huh? Let's go all the way down to straight 0. I'm looking, by the way, for the number. Way down here in the bottom right hand corner is the depth. Up here at the top, there's another number, and I think it's how far you are beneath the surface. I'm pretty sure. If we go to 1, yeah, 0 is the surface on the top now. -1, -2, all the way down. And then this is your height from, I don't know what 0 actually represents, because you can definitely get lower than 0. But that's the depth I use just as a reference to how deep I'm actually digging. The world has like a base 0 Z level, and then go up and down from there. Another combat log. A ranger is now fighting the cave crocodile. You can hit Z to see where it's going on. The ranger's not close though, and the crocodile is very slow right now. I don't think it's sea level because I've had embarks close to the ocean or whatever large body of water. Looks like more fighting. Nobody lose a hand. That's quite a bit of blood. Really, it'd probably be smart to form a military squad and go take care of that thing. But this is so much more interesting, to be honest. Just watching them kind of go and poke at it. I'm not, like, sending them there. I think what's happening is the human swordsman died, and these dwarves went to go get what was left of him. It's not going well for this guy. Could be auto-collecting webs. I think that the human swordsman was looking for something to fight, though. Did we just catch the cave crocodile? No? Where did it go? Una Mehmet is his name. He got a kill, so he's named now. Oh, he's still back. He's still hanging out in his little area. Okay, the dwarf made it away. He's so slow. I wonder if the cave crocodile has some injuries that are making it so slow. It's definitely like passing out and stuff. Oh, I didn't realize that it had ripped off his foot too. That human swordsman must have done a lot of damage to it, but he definitely did some damage back to the human swordsman. He ripped off his foot, then both of his hands. Eee. That swordsman was dedicated. Jeez. My children are being loud. Alright, let's actually get some people after it. I'm going to say no uniform because we're probably not going to keep this group around. I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody who has like a major job. Is that manager? Miner. Stonecrafter, miner, animal. Yeah, that'll do. A kill this cave crocodile. Okay, they're going. The military HUD, it's not too bad. Ooh, one guy got down there way ahead of time. I think that their mood is different though when they're in the military squad and they're like sent to go kill a thing rather than just encountering it. I think when they're dedicated to fighting, I'm pretty sure the flashing white X there means it's like knocked out or down. We can talk about the military screen here in a minute. I just want to wait for that crocodile to be dead. Oh, that's a lot of blood. Those two are probably just punching it, too. Let's see. Punching. Oh, cave crocodile's vomiting and retching. Little bits of hand coming up. Depending on how much detail you read into, like, the combat logs. This game is pretty gross. Other guys are supposed to be on their way, but they're not here yet. Ugh, my air conditioner ticked off and it got warm immediately. I think they're all just exhausted at this point. The crocodile, the two dwarves. More punching. Bruising. Force pulling the neck. They're just beating on its head. Should have given them some kind of weapons, but we don't really have weapons kicking around yet. What workshops do we have? We have a metalsmith's forge, yeah? What kind of metal do we have? Well, we should start producing well, alright. We only have gold. I feel like that a lot, man. And that feeling is amplified when I'm streaming it and expect people to find entertainment by watching. If you really want to have a so what I would suggest if you're getting into Dwarf Fortress is challenge yourself to accomplish things or set up new things that you haven't done yet, like making a tavern or producing certain weapons or things like that. Once you feel like you got a pretty good handle on the game, if you want it to be interesting, settle someplace that has like a certain level of evil or wildness to it, and then you usually have more animal attacks or things like that. But first, I would say focus on getting various mechanics under your belt. A hospital is a good one. Before you go making a really interesting fortress, make sure you can get and stock a hospital. So I think that's what we're doing right now, is we're looking for more metals, because all we have is gold. Gold is not very useful for weapons or armor. Oh, you set it to no invaders. I don't ever set no invaders. I just set no aquifers. I think that's it. There's a pretty decent circle of dwarves just beating on this thing now, and it's still not dead. Not very strong dwarves, are we? Gold battle hammers might work okay, but I feel like silver actually works better for battle hammers. With stairs, do dwarves move down them as fast or faster than walking? I actually don't know. I do feel like they might go faster. But that might be just a perception thing and not necessarily an actuality thing. I can't imagine the scene here. It's like 10 dwarves standing around one crocodile, just beating on it till they're out of breath. Crazy. We could probably make some gold battle hammers. Does it say how many logs? It does say page 40. That's funny. It would have been funnier to see when the last time the human swordsman was mentioned on there, and which page he's on. Generally speaking, multi-Z level fortresses are usually more efficient than outward fortresses. And the more redundant staircases you have, where are we? the better your fortress will run. I don't think I have much in the way of redundant staircases here, but what I would usually do is have like a square room with staircases in each corner, because what bogs the game down the most is when the game is trying to get a dwarf across the map and it has to find a path that doesn't intersect other paths. I think at 100 you get either a baron or something like that. It's like your mayor becomes somehow noble. But I don't know if those are hard set at 50 and 100 either. I haven't actually looked into all that like number crunching kind of stuff. I was watching Salford Sal's stream, this is about a week and a half ago now, and she had a were creature, and they were saying that that doesn't happen until you have 50 dwarfs also. But we had 42 when our were llama came. So I don't know. They seemed pretty confident about their claims as well, so maybe 50 includes visitors. Golly. So if I go into the military screen and say equipment, weapon, individual choice map weapon. Now does that only go to them? Yeah. Can I do it for the whole squad? Enter to delete item. There is a way. Yeah, when you first create the squad, you can say like melee, and it'll automatically do individual choice melee weapon, and like metal armor and stuff like that. I was trying to see if there's a way to adjust it once you already have it all set. Oh, you can create a uniform. Okay, I see what you mean. You can create a uniform and then assign that uniform to the squad. So if we were to do that, it would look more like N for uniforms, W for weapon, individual choice weapon. Oh, okay, I see. We just... Get back. Oop. Military. Equip. Capital U to assign the uniform. It still only did it to 1. Shift Enter use for squad. And there we go. Now they're all in the metal armor uniform. So I could create one that's literally just the weapon and doesn't worry about the armor. Not bad. Still beating on the same alligator. Let's create another one, another squad, oops, and swap out. We're going to tell these guys metal armor. Mason, architect, ranger, leatherworker, miner, fish cleaner, miner, peasant. Sure. Alright. And now S, B, K, L, C for the crocodile. Enter. You're going to swap out. A. Cancel order. They're probably going to stay there and beat on it for a little bit while they're in the vicinity, but some of them will move away. And then the other guys should show up. Hopefully the cave crocodile doesn't like wake up in the meantime and start ripping people up. I'm pretty sure he's like down for the count. He's just got a hard skull, I guess. We got the kids out to the zoo today. The zoo is open with like very specific walkways and telling people to stay 6 feet apart or whatever. It was hot out there. They have an alligator at the zoo, not a crocodile. But the alligator at our zoo has been there since the zoo opened, which is kind of cool because it's pretty old. I think it's like 70 or something like that. There's a lot of mushrooms down here. I think I might actually do a plant gather. Oh, we don't pick the mushrooms though. I guess those are like young mushroom trees. That's kind of the way it goes. Alright, now, since we have some trained elk birds that I believe do need to graze, semi, it's good enough for me. We will have to pen them. Everyone's so tired. Are we still digging in the middle of all this, or did everyone kind of just stop? We came down to 20. No, they're still going. Down to about there. I think that right now, as the second squad's trying to get down here, it's slowing the game down quite a bit. Here comes somebody. Well, I guess it's not going that slow watching that person walk. The funny thing is, if anybody actually equips a weapon before they come down, then it'll probably be over pretty quick. I think it's a neat feature that once a creature, even a mundane creature, gets a kill, it earns a name. I think that's cool. Just a fun little detail. How has everyone's week been? I guess, Seer, you already kind of talked about it. Good week. Getting a little more social interaction, which is good. Sprocket, how are you? How was your week? What was that noise? We're getting interrupted by the cave crocodile. Still only seeing punches. Bruising the scales. Oh, that's right, it has scales. It probably has a pretty good defense against just punching. Doing okay. Had a coworker pull some clutch workout and free me up to start my process. We have a goal to hopefully get a SharePoint environment up by Monday. So Saturday work probably. That's pretty cool. You're saying you might have to work over the weekend? It's a little bit of a bummer, but getting like something accomplished definitely feels good. That's cool, man. This week I was looking around for some wildlife biology jobs. I don't know if I talked about it, but the the associate's degree that I earned this past semester is it's an Associates of Science in Biology. Hey there, Ragnoff! Or just Ragnoff. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Good evening. Anyway, but what I want to do is work with wild animals as a wildlife biologist or a wildlife technician or something like that. And so this week I was looking for jobs and that sort of thing, and I don't know why, but looking for work always feels like kind of a bummer to me. It kind of bums me out, and that is part of why I've been a little down this week, but still it's not too bad. Let's send A back in. We have blind cave ogres. Hopefully we don't get trouble from them. They're blind, so who knows? We are currently beating on a cave crocodile that tore up a human swordsman. I don't actually know if the zoo is hiring, but the zoo is not exactly what I had in mind. I would like to rather work outdoor, like out in the field with actual wild animals, doing things like studying their environment and stuff like that, and helping to maintain certain healthy populations, if that makes sense. Wildlife management and like conservation and stuff like that. Zoos are cool and all, but it's not exactly the same thing. I wouldn't mind working at like a wild animal rehab where the goal is to like re-release animals into the wild. That'd be pretty cool. Here in Texas, a lot of the kind of like wildlife management is maintaining healthy deer herds and like trying to make sure that an area has enough food and stuff in it to sustain a healthy and thriving deer herd, because that's mostly what people in Texas care about. But if we get up towards like Montana or Wyoming or somewhere further north, then they have more natural kind of like settings, and it's about maintaining like healthy elk herds or grouse, things like that. The mule deer specifically have been having a little bit of a hard time because they have a kind of a niche habitat, and preserving that is important. That's the kind of stuff I like. There's some really cool research lately on one of the last remaining caribou populations in the lower 48. There's caribou all over Alaska and Canada, but we didn't have any in. Back from watering the garden, nothing much. We're still beating on the cave crocodile. I've just been talking about wildlife management and looking for work in that sort of field, which is what I was doing for a good bit of this week. I found a pretty cool study in Montana. It only lasts like a month or so later in the summer that I applied for, and then I applied for a couple of jobs in Texas. Like I said, it's like big herd deer management kind of thing. We have discovered a deep cave underground. Okay, so we popped another cave. We are paused. We're going to cancel the digging out of more of this. Oops. This one too. We don't really want to keep going. We finally found one with some water. Okay, so that'll keep it going. And then this one, we want to... that's already dug out, so we want to cancel this one here. And then all these ones, we want to remove the up-down and then build just an up, which is Z. Because ideally we don't want any just wide open caverns. Yeah, it's cool. I listened to a podcast. It's actually like primarily a hunting podcast, the Meat Eater podcast. If you guys have ever looked on Netflix, there's a show called Meat Eater, which is exclusively about hunting. But on the podcast, they talk a lot about animal conservation and wildlife study and stuff like that, wildlife management. And it's very interesting to me. There's another podcast called Cal's Week in Review, which is the same guys make it, but it's only like 20 minutes or so, and it talks about like what's going on in the wildlife and conservation world. It's pretty cool. I'm way behind on Cal's Week in Review, but it's the kind of stuff I like to listen to when I'm on long drives, or if I know I'm going to be sitting doing something that I don't need to pay 100% attention to, something that I can split my attention between. I actually get it on Spotify. Once I discovered you can find podcasts on Spotify, I started using that as like my primary podcast kind of portal. So yeah, I downloaded the Meat Eater podcast and Cal's Week in Review. The Meat Eater guys produce a lot more podcasts now too. There's one specifically about deer hunting. I think it's Wired to Hunt. There's one about fishing, which I think is Hooked. Is it Hooked? Or Anchored? I think it's Anchored. And then there's the Hunting Collective. And that's a really good one too. Hunting Collective covers a lot of really thoughtful topics. I'm actually just gonna cancel this for now. If the cave crocodile continues to be a problem, we'll get back to it, but we're gonna free those guys up to go do something else. Visitor. A human bard. Hopefully, in the meantime, the military guys will find some weapons. We don't have a ton. Maybe we should just trade for weapons. Did we ever set up, like, goblet making? I'm losing which hotkey I want there. Our metalsmith's forge pretty much still just doing statues, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and make gold goblets, which I believe is a furniture. Oops. No, perhaps not. Other objects? Goblets. Oh, goblets of any material, 500 to 1,000, that's fine. They're still fighting it. Even though I told them they don't have to, they're still down there just beating on it. Some dwarves have a little bit of aggression to get out, I guess. So, I'd imagine that humans and dwarves would be bringing weapons we'd like to trade for. Maybe we should request weapons next time the dwarves come around, because I'm not sure that's something that they'll just bring along on their own. I might have to do a prospect command in DF hack to get us an idea of what other metals we might even find. This is starting to tap into what could be considered cheating. But if you go into DF hack and just type prospect, it'll tell you like all the kind of stuff you can find. All we have under ores is gold, native gold. It's literally the only thing on the map, the only metal we're gonna find. So, with that information, we will rely heavily on trading. That's a little bit disappointing, to be honest. This was a pretty fun map, other than that little detail. I didn't look at anything else on the map, whether we have magma or what gems there are, nothing like that. I just looked for ores, and gold is the only thing under it. That cave crocodile also hasn't like stood up or anything. The cave crocodile has taken no action since the beating began. And it's still not dead. Wild. I'm pretty sure all those guys right there with no job are just whacking on that crocodile. I don't think the room down here had a bed when we started. Oh, so we will make it a room and assign it to a location. The Spears of Roasting is what our tavern is called. Whacking on a crocodile is definitely a job, but when you're not told to do it, it's just a hobby. Apparently they are not ordered to whack on the alligator, so. Or crocodile, my bad. Cave crocodile. It's kind of weird that we haven't finished burying these other dwarves. Hopefully nothing is forbidden for any weird reason. Oh. Just ran a quick unforbid all. Go ahead and clean all while we're at it. Ooh. One of the guys in the fight wanted to go to sleep, but was interrupted by the cave crocodile. I highly doubt the cave crocodile did anything, but he can't resist the urge to punch it. Can't sleep, must punch. Yeah, if you disintegrate dwarves, you can still get ghosts. Another tricky way that you end up with ghosts without being able to bury the body is if a dwarf drowns. Say somebody fell in the waterfall and their body ended up like down here at the bottom of the river. You're pretty much never going to recover that body, and so you're going to have to construct a slab and then engrave the slab to memorialize that dwarf, and then you can get rid of the ghost or prevent ghosts from coming. That's why I'm so surprised we don't have just a horde of ghosts, because I can still see like 7 dwarf bodies easy. We have the coffins. Maybe we aren't getting ghosts because the coffins are designated already. Like there's probably 7 actually empty coffins that do say their names on them. And that might be the thing. But yeah, if you Atom Smash a ghost or a dwarf, you definitely should build them a slab, or they can come back to haunt you, or haunt the dwarves. Ooh, excuse me, I keep yawning. Yeah, no, even if we don't bury the bodies, I think we could still build slabs and memorialize, and it has the same effect. Excuse me, I should have just muted the mic instead of moving the mic. But yeah, there's no real easy way to like avoid ghosts. You might be able to like save your game and then mess with the save files somehow, maybe. I'm actually not sure about that. It just seems like the kind of thing you'd be able to do to hack it. Alright, let's go and see how far down are we now. Did they finish digging to 0? Oh, that's right, we popped the cavern. I still haven't gotten back down after that. Is this the right command? Because it's just like the X's. Okay, yeah, we just can't tell the difference. No, we were just digging to see if we'd find something interesting, and we were kind of looking for metals. We dug down to 20 and then stopped and kept going, and finally popped a cave with some water, which means we can dig a well, finally. So we can plan that here in a little bit. Let's see, if we put the cursor like right here, and then go all the way back up. Do we hit anything on the way? Ooh, we actually narrowly missed this cavern. Okay, we do hit this one, but we can scoot over one, and we're still over the water. And then I think we're golden all the way up to here. Now, we can't go off the screen any further. What if we go here? We're probably going to hit every cavern. The hospital's down here, though. There's probably... You know what we can do, though? Instead of putting the well right down here, we'll just make a little pathway to the where the well's going to go down from. Right below the hospital. So the well can be like right here, right on the edge of the water. And we'll go all the way up to, not quite to the bedroom floor and hospital floor, but just under it. So we'll come to like right here. If I dig, oops, dig, mine out a little spot right here, and then line it up with the hospital. Oops. Want it right there. This one will be an upstairs. This one will be a downstairs. And a little dig right there. So it'll go down, around, and then dig a channel all the way down. If we did find magma, that would be good for smelting and smithing. That was not the true goal. Okay, so the channel goes all the way down to here, and then I'm actually going to dig. This will be an upstairs on this bottom one, and a up downstairs. I like to do this so that the dwarf that's digging the channel won't get stuck, and they can get back down to where they were. Because what'll happen is, for a long time, if you dug a straight down channel, the dwarf would just keep digging down because that's the only thing they could do. Then they made it so that dwarves can climb back up holes like that. So now it doesn't quite work the same way, and you end up having to dig so the dwarf will go down, 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 and then stop and climb back up, and you have to come down to this Z level and dig over to there so that they keep digging it. So I like to put in a stairwell alongside the well channel, so that he'll dig the channel and the stairs and keep going down. And then when he gives up and comes back, the next dwarf, or if the same guy goes back, he can use the stairs to get back to where he was instead of having to channel in from the side. We'll see if that works in practice, but that's... Sure, yep. That sounds like you don't agree with me. I've had it happen where the dwarf will be digging down and then come up, and then they'll never go back down the hole. But when I'm finished with the whole thing, I will build a floor on top of this downstairs so that nobody can get back down in there. Okay, that's fine. I was just saying that when I'm digging the channel, I put stairs next to it. And we're not gonna intersect with anything unless there's a cavern we haven't found, but I doubt it. The other hope is that when the dwarf finishes the channel and all that, they won't just pop right through the bottom and fall into the water. You don't have to dig this channel right here. In fact, I'm gonna cancel the final channel too, so that he'll dig the stairs all the way down, and then hopefully we can like monitor the digging of the final one. Cave Crocodile is still fighting. There's still a whole bunch of dwarves just standing there. Perhaps I was just talking too fast when explaining the whole channel digging thing. Anybody have any plans for the weekend other than Sprocket, who said he might have to work on Saturday? I'm gonna go check something out real quick. Oh, cool. Poplar is a somewhat softer wood, right? Kind of like pine. Or am I wrong about that? Whereas poplars grow really fast. Something like that. Should be softer. Yeah. I know that like pine is softer than oak, for instance. I signed up for this service online where you basically test websites that are in development and tell them like how it feels right now, like if it's easily usable or what they could change, things like that. It's basically an outsourcing service where they pay you to test stuff like that. We'll see. I might do some of that this weekend. I guess my application has to be like approved, but I'm trying to find things that I can do from home to earn a little bit of cash in the meantime. Otherwise, I don't know. It's supposed to be like really hot for the next like week or so. Well, the forecast changed because on the previous Tuesday, it was saying that next Tuesday was supposed to be 107 degrees. Now it's down to 97. But it's still mid to high 90s every day in the next 10 days. It's officially summer in Texas. It sounds like easy money, but they want you to, like, so what it is they screen capture or whatever, record your screen, and you have to talk. They want you to, the thing they repeat over and over again is think out loud about like what you're doing on the screen. You have to do like 20-minute videos at a time. That seems like kind of a lot to just be using a under construction website for 20 minutes. Excuse me. So we'll see. Maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe it'll be awful. I gotta get some water real quick. I can't believe they still haven't killed this cave crocodile. Water deployed. What is the name translate to? Oh, I don't know. Is there a way we can find that out easily? You can see all her injuries. Her neck is torn open. Doesn't necessarily talk about the name. Yeah, they're still just beating on the cave crocodile. If I had to guess what the translation of it is, it would be the disarmor. Or, no, because it was the hands, not the arms. But that thing ripped the hands off a human swordsman. You got something stuck in your ukulele? Let me see. It's been 2 months? Yikes. Piece of chalk in there.
Piece of chalk?
Alright, let's see. There you go. Is it in tune? Not even close. That's better.
Here, can you tune mine like that? Can you tune mine like that?
Not right now. I can do it later.
Chalk on the couch?
That's your chalk. You just threw it there. Pick it up and put it away. And everyone's still just punching it too. With no legitimate weapons. No, it's still Opal. I think it has been a couple of weeks. It's been 12 days since the human swordsman died, and that's when we kind of started paying attention to this problem. So they've been beating on it for like a week and a half. Excuse me. Son? Hey. Go. Can we get a brother a sword or something? We can try and make some gold, like, war hammers. What is... Excuse me. There's like something caught on my throat. Keep... A warhammer is 2 words. Can we even make gold warhammers? No, I typed war twice. It doesn't even give us the option for gold. We could try some silver? Well, because we wouldn't have smelted the silver though, so we're not going to get more. What can we make out of gold? Scepter. Pedestal, flood. It's all furniture. None of it is weapons. Thank you. What about wood? We might be able to make wood stuff. Training. Will they actually fight? Crafts is just like general trade stuff. I don't know if you get much of a description of it when you make them. Shields. I know. I had a fortress like on the. I can't remember if it was a lake or the ocean, but I had a fortress on some water, and it was totally like the shore was covered in mussels. And so my dwarves ate mussels all the time, and there were mussel shells like crazy, and we made crafts out of shells. I'm not seeing anything other than training weapons out of wood, and I don't know if they'll use those. But let's go ahead and make some. It's wooden, huh? Wooden. We're gonna go training axes, and we'll see. I honestly, I don't know if they'll use them in a fight, though. What about stone? I can't imagine we can make stone weapons. War hammer. Iron, silver, copper, bronze, steel, bismuth, adamantine, singing metal, searing metal, crashing metal, rusted metal, blistering metal, booming metal, multicolored metal, metal. No stone weapons. Oh, you know what we can probably make? Do we have build workshop? Do we have a bowyer's workshop? We do. We can make bows. Do bone. And wood. And then bone bolts. Perpetually. And then we'll take one of our squads. Probably these guys. We will equip. Capital U for uniform. Go down to Archer and Shift Enter for the whole squad. So now, whenever they can, they will get a hold of crossbows. Hopefully we don't have a whole lot of friendly fire happening. But they're not going to get any until there's any made. If nobody makes a statue of this alligator or crocodile, I would be a bit surprised. Anybody play any music? Quick uke tuning, yeah. My son wanted it tuned. And although I know it's gonna get untuned tomorrow, I gotta tuned up. That one was real bad. Real quick. That's what I thought. GCEA. But I can't get this one to go up high enough. I was really worried I was starting to stretch the plastic string. Getting up there, here we go. I like tuning instruments. Yeah, I'm tuning the ukulele. Yeah. Tantrum? No. Oh my gosh. Hang on. This is a weird... Oh my gosh. So he started throwing a tantrum, but then it just recently said it was interrupted by the cave crocodile. So did he stop to fight? It's still not dead. It said he was trying to pick up equipment too. Alright, anyway. The children's ukulele is tuned. So he threw a tantrum, but then stopped. Cancels pick up equipment, which means we must have a crossbow completed, right? No? Wonder what kind of equipment he was going to pick up. This cave crocodile's started to cause problems. Because they won't leave it alone. And it won't die. Do we have any animals that we can train as war animals? Just like what's already trained, right? I probably could build a wall around it, although they won't work on the wall if the dwarves are standing in the place that they want to put it. Let's try. It doesn't say it's blocked. Schist sounds fine. See what happens. We'll see what happens. See if they build it. I'll go ahead and tell them not to be ordered to fight it. But who knows if that'll work. Some people started to move away when I told them they were no longer ordered to kill it. It's just gonna say no job on a ton of people now. I think basically what they're trying to do is just like pass out on the spot and get some sleep, but the cave crocodile's right there, so they can't do it. We have an interesting, curious problem with this cave crocodile. We haven't started to dig our well yet, which is fine. But other issues. Nobody's building a wall. Somebody is picking up equipment, though. Billy Bogroll. What's your job? Ah, we have a pear wood bow. So presumably, he'll get an actual weapon, come down here and start shooting dwarves while trying to hit the cave crocodile. If we think anything else is going to happen, we're fooling ourselves. Does it keep doing a little visual jump for you guys, or is that just on my side? Like the whole window just kind of does that. Just a little twitch, flicker. I got an email that says Sierra Gate wants to be my friend on chess.com. No visual jump? Okay. That's good. It's only happened a few times that I've seen. And I'm not exactly sure what's doing it, but I'm glad it doesn't happen on your guys' side. Does look to me like there's more jobs actually happening, but doesn't look like anyone's building any walls. I'd be kind of amazed if the cave crocodile ever even stood up again. Oops, not Z, but I wanted V. Neck is torn open, neck is dented, neck is bruised, third left front toe is broken. All kinds of nasty stuff. Nose is mangled beyond recognition, head is bruised, head is dented. Like, it's gonna die eventually. They just need to leave it alone, right? Nose is mangled beyond recognition. That's pretty harsh. You'd have to do some damage to not be able to recognize like a crocodile nose. Have we got any more elk birds or anything that need to be? Nope, doesn't look like it. Penned. Our farms are not very active, but I'd imagine that they haven't been doing much planting lately. See, they're canceling eating, drinking. Mostly eating and drinking at this point. Just a bummer, because these people are going to get more and more unhappy the longer they're down there. Oh! Our nest boxes are done. Let's actually construct those. Shift N. I'll wait to do that because I don't actually know even where I want to put them. We don't need them in the pasture area. We might dig out a specific spot, or we could put them in this pasture area where there isn't necessarily grass. I don't know. Probably also need more than just 5 nest boxes now. With the with the elk birds also. Because I think it was saying we needed 5 earlier. I thought for sure that somewhere in our stocks we would have an axe because we did. We have 2 copper, 2 bronze battle axes, a bunch of short swords, individual choice melee weapons. Should have picked up all kinds of stuff. How come they're not equipping themselves? Maybe it's because I gave them the order to kill the thing as soon as we formed the squad. They didn't have an opportunity to... Yeah, I tuned it. Don't mess with the tuners. Some of those guys look like they're holding swords. How is it to view units? V. I for inventory. Just tells me what clothes they have on. But in their little sprites, they look like they're holding something. This kind of looks like crafting stuff, those saws and things. I don't know. We might have to, like... I don't know. Can we kill it with a command? Is that something that works? I know you can do it with dwarves. It's like an anime where the hero trains for 30 days straight punching a tree, except it's like 20 dwarves punching a crocodile for 30 days straight. Okay, it's dead. Hopefully they gain some kind of skills. We had to end that though, because it was just getting silly. Unfortunately involved shady dealings, but we did what we had to do. They all like immediately walked away too. Hey, there's a petition available. Somebody wants to reside in Cobalt Murders. Yeah, welcome. I forgot that our location had murder in it. Yeah, so hopefully now, in between, they'll go around and equip themselves with stuff, since we do actually have a bunch of swords. Let's check that again, because if we have more than 20 melee weapons, we'll just have them all be 2 axes, 4 axes, another 4 swords. We have a lot of bows and crossbows too, so we'll go ahead and do that. Instead of making the wood ones though, we'll probably just stick to bone ones if we can. Hopefully we can still butcher that thing. We'll see. Also, hopefully we don't just keep running into tantrums, which would be bad. What is the... Did somebody bring food to the fight and then leave it behind? Yeah, somebody dropped elk bird meat. We're gonna cancel the wall also. Ugh. I don't want to look at that blood. There's so much blood. What a gruesome scene. Another petition available. Another person wants to reside. Sure. So we have 1 human swordsman, 1 human spearman. Okay. See you later, Sprocket Toad. Enjoy. Thanks for the lurk. Enjoy doing whatever you're doing. Still very few idlers. Yeah, everyone's just getting drinks and going to sleep. Man. If we look at the report, the last report was on the 28th of Opal, so we did pass the 2-week mark of just dealing with a cave crocodile. Everyone's grabbing mugs and going for drinks. I bet we could see our drink stocks drop. It was an interesting situation, for sure. I think what generally happened there is unskilled dwarves got themselves in a situation that they were not able to, like, get themselves out of. Or I got them in a situation they were not able to get themselves out of. It's pretty funny though that they wouldn't leave the vicinity of the cave crocodile to go do things like drink or sleep or eat. They would just stand there and continue to fight it. Now people are getting pretty much back to work now. Storing items in stockpiles. Picking up equipment. I want to see picking up equipment a lot, actually. We will probably have to go and change the uniform here to leather armor because we don't have any metal armor. Okay, these guys are the archers. These guys are in metal armor. We're going to say leather armor. So we can make leather armor. We can't make, at this point, metal armor. Leather armor. We need like 20 of them. It's leather trousers, right? We'll probably just do the boots. And if I remember right, that is a pair of boots for each one you make. Might as well do the gloves too. I'm not going to worry about shields per se. Because I would prefer they have wooden shields, but I don't know if we do a leather outfit if they would wear a wooden shield. I guess it would say in the uniform, wouldn't it? So M. No. N for uniform. Leather shield buckler. Can we make that wooden shield or buckler? Armor. Oops. Exact match. Shift S for shield. Just a regular shield buckler. You can take off the leather one. So now presumably... Okay, so we have to No, this is the ranged. Yeah, we have to reassign equip leather armor. And now view customize. Now it just says shield. Cool. So we can make, for the rangers, we will make leather shields. Let's start with the wooden shield. 10 of those, and leather shield, 10 of those. Now, I imagine we won't have nearly enough leather, but if we can trade for some, we'll keep that production going. How are we doing? Do we even have a leather works? We have one. We may want a second, just because that's a lot of leather stuff. So strange that we only have gold. I keep thinking I'm hearing running water. Yeah, I've had issues with hunting too. I don't know. I don't know what is going on with that. When I first started to play, it used to be basically automatic that somebody would start hunting right away as soon as you had a butcher's workshop. Lately, I haven't had it happening. Maybe they made it so that it's a more manual thing, but I don't know. Okay, they are butchering an animal. I wonder if it's our crocodile. It's not from what I see right now. But we should get some meat and leather. Oh, also the tanner. Make sure we have one. We do. I think it's this one here. No, this is the soap. Where's the tanner? There we go. This should queue up automatically anytime we have a hide that's tannable. Praise opal, which means we're digging. Or we're walking around the cavern. Yeah, we're just walking around the cavern. Which is good. It's good to discover all of the little areas that we haven't seen yet. Do we still have those? We have a Gorlak. We don't have the blind cave ogres though. Probably for the better. Bunch of caged animals still. I think they're just not. Yeah, they're just not penned yet. We still have them. This giant rat can be tamed. Caged, even though they're supposed to be penned, nobody's just got around to it yet. People are making training axes, backpacks, goblets, bone crossbows. That's good to see that that's getting done. Are arrows separate from bolts? We don't want ballista arrows. Can we make bone arrows? If I can type. Bone earring? Oh, because ARR. Wooden arrow? No. Perhaps they just use bolts in bows? It sounds like you can have an issue with having a mixed range squad, because if you have people with bows and people with crossbows in the same squad, sometimes the guys with bows will grab bolts instead of arrows, and sometimes the guys with crossbows will grab arrows instead of bolts. It's generally a good idea to stick to one or the other. So we may have to trade away our bows. I don't think anybody ended up in the hospital after all that. We just lost that human swordsman. It's raining, but we didn't get rain sounds from Sound Sense. Excuse me. How are we doing on... Oh, we haven't dug the well. Yeah. But as far as cutting off that other cavern, did we do any of that work? No, we haven't. Not really a whole lot of work getting done quite yet. I think we only have 3, maybe 4 miners. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are titled as miners. Nobody's digging right now. They're all doing other things. We have kind of a short supply of just citizens. We're waiting on a couple of good migrant waves to fill out our workforce. Masterpiece training axe. That's cool. Oh. An Elkbird was reverted to a wild state. Oh, okay. That's fine. I think it's still in the cage anyway. It hasn't even been picked up from the cage trap. Excuse me. I'm trying to do my little task manager core affinity thing to see if we can speed up the game just a little bit by restricting OBS from one whole core. Okay, so right now OBS is set to use 3 cores, while Dwarf Fortress is set to 1, because it only ever uses 1 anyway. Might run just a little bit faster. Giant rat has been slaughtered. Meat's back on the menu, boys. And hopefully also leather and other stuff. I'm still curious, what's this J here? A Jabberer corpse. It's interesting. Somebody brought it all the way up here and then dropped it. They probably dropped it because I recruited them into the military. Child was playing with a toy boat. Okay then. Just dropped it on the floor. Three idlers. Somebody's rendering fat, that's good. These guys' job is Monster Slayer. I think after some time they will just go down into the caverns and look for like monsters to kill. Yeah. The Elkbirds keep going back to being wild. We have a masterpiece, naked mole dog bone bolts. What am I doing this weekend? I don't think I have any solid plans. I did talk about trying to do the online work stuff to make a little bit of extra money. I can't remember anything like specific. It's been getting so hot lately that I don't want to get outside and do stuff very much. So mostly just stay cool. Try and talk Valentine into playing Call of Duty with me, but he's not generally into those kind of games, so it's not gonna work. I have had a bow project that I started a long time ago, and I really should finish it. But like an archery bow. I made one long bow, and then I tried to make a recurve bow. Oh, love you too. Watch out, you're clicking my mouse. Just got like assaulted with goodnight hugs and kisses. Good night, boys. Both boys at the same time like turned the corner and came running at me. I think we zoomed out a little bit too, didn't we? There we go. I don't know if that's exactly where we were, but it should be close. Yeah, maybe I'll actually get my bow out and try and finish it. The issue that I ran into with the bow project is it goes along and then one limb curves, and that'll eventually be the back of the bow, so it recurves. And I got one limb just right, just the way I want it, and now I'm so nervous that I'm not going to be able to match the other limb that I haven't got back to doing it. I've been kind of like putting it off because I don't want to mess it up. Something in your ukulele again? A combination of heat and water, and I don't know if the water actually does anything. But when I did it before, I had a great big pot of boiling water, and I had the bow just kind of dipped in there. And then I would take it out, bend it a bit around. I was using a pot, and I would just bend it. I think I had an oven mitt on. I don't remember now. I started a long time ago. I really should have kept it going. Sprocket Toad created a masterpiece diorite throne. That's cool. By the way, Seer, would you like to be a dwarf? I don't remember if we named you one yet. I don't think so. We can search on here, huh? No. If I search for Sprocket, yeah, he shows up. Any specific dwarf you'd like to be? You can view our nobles here. Sprocket Toad is the only named dwarf on the nobles list. Keep in mind that if you choose to be named a dwarf because they are a noble, you might be replaced at some point, so. Like, I think that Ragnoff was at some point one of our nobles. He might have been the expedition leader. Is that what you're using as a pick? Go on, please, son. Otherwise, we might make you the last dwarf to be recorded fighting You want to be an animal? We do have a cougar. It is a female cougar. Oh, we have an eagle. Do we have any rhinos? No. We have a reindeer I saw. Reindeer cow. Alpaca, llama, cavy, naked mole dogs, elk birds. I still think that elk birds sound pretty sweet, like as a general animal. Two-humped camel. I would imagine that a naked mole dog is very similar to a naked mole rat, but it's a dog. We captured them from the caves below and tamed them. See, they're trained. Now that I think of it, actually, we want to build a kennels, because I'm pretty sure that that's the only way to make something go from trained to tame. It's not a workshop, is it? Is it just K? Yeah. It's going to take up the whole thing, but it'll fit down here. And we're going to use some wood. I think with the kennels, we can make them tame instead of just trained, and then we might be able to train them to be like hunting or war naked mole dogs. It is my buddy's birthday today, my buddy Crooks. He works a night shift, so he just woke up. But I sent him a link, he might come by and see us in the stream. Human Bard is visiting, cool, cool. I don't think we have, for our location, a host yet. We have performers. Yeah, would you like to be the tavern keeper? A cougar or all 3 naked mole dogs? I don't know if we can make you all 3 naked mole dogs. Name 1 seer, 1 agate, and 1 45. I know Valentine would probably like to be the tavern keeper. By the way, there's an ongoing joke in this fortress. You can see there's a dwarf named Taco Bell. The first stream I was streaming this fortress, Taco Bell gave me $5. It was really funny. It's why the redeemable Live Moss exists. Just a funny one. By the way, I want to test one of these that I programmed, but I couldn't hear it when I did it. Okay, you pick the cougar. Shoot, what did I make it? I didn't put it in the store yet. Is it almost? I might not have turned it on. I might not have finished making it. It wasn't working when I was trying to do it. Okay, so Sierra Gate the cougar. Naming animals, though, is different than naming dwarves, isn't it? It's not the screen I want. On this screen. Cougar. No, I do want that other screen. Pets and livestock. Excuse me. Stray cougar. View unit. Manager. We might have to select it manually on screen. Z to go to the unit. In the dining room right now. If we Z, no. I. Do you know anything about naming animals in Dwarf Fortress? We can make it pet available. Overall training. Yeah, you, I don't know. I don't know about training. Oh, I see. This is just our knowledge of training. See, I can change its pet availability. I can select a trainer. I'll look it up real quick. See if it's a thing and how to do it. Okay, so where did the cougar go now? Stray cougar. Control Shift N. Neat. Sierra Gate 45, the Stray Cougar. Control Shift N to name pretty much any unit, it seems. As long as you're using DFHack. Building a tavern can be pretty fun. With the tavern, you want to have like a main dining hall kind of thing, and that's going to be the actual location of the tavern. And then you build bedrooms. They can be here, or they can be just part of your other bedrooms, and you just assign those to be part of the location. And then you can do like a temple. I wonder what other kind of locations you can have. Not exactly sure. That's right, Sprocketoad's our messenger now. I like building a tavern. I think it generally raises good feelings because people can go there to listen to stories and socialize. So yeah, under this now, we can see Sierra Gate, Stray Cougar. Control Shift N, I'll have to remember that. It's good to know. Could probably do it on any dwarf too. I wonder if we can do it on units that we don't even own. Like if we went to others, there's an aardvark over here. Control Shift N. Yeah. Hey. Is that proper? Or is it ARTHER? I don't remember. Oh, really? It's not usually a big problem for me either, except for on one fortress that I settled in a like evil area. It rained goblin blood all the time, and it made everybody really upset. One dwarf specifically got super upset, and I did not continue that fortress because of the goblin blood rain. Or was it elf blood? It might have been elf blood. Still, it was gross. It happened constantly. The 13th of Obsidian now? No, that was the... Before we're still in Opal. Another petition. Bahal Mute Spices. Sure, you can stay with us. So he gets listed under our citizens now, right? Here's Bahal. But it doesn't say mute spices. I guess that's just what his name translates to. Can we make him our performer? No. Which is interesting. Are we digging our... Well, it looks like we're started on it. Cool. We also struck Praise Opal, which isn't right here. We're still just walking around the cavern. Still good. I think we may... Well, there's still a little bit over there. We haven't quite seen all of it. That's okay. Okay, so we're out of leather. How far did we get? Just kind of dabbled in the armor. Looks like we're doing good on the crossbows and the training axes and the wooden shields, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we needed a bit more wood. No, there's actually plenty just across the river. So that's fine. Oh, somebody's attending a meeting. Training dogs, naked mole dogs. Oh, did we get the kennels up? Looks like it. Tame a small animal. Repeat, I don't suppose we can workflow that. No. But we can tame small animals. So that should take our trained animals and tame them so that they can't go back to being wild. If I understand it correctly. You can also capture live animals. That's interesting. So now I think I'm actually surprised. It doesn't look like we can war train Sierra Gate, the cougar. We can make them available for a pet, but it doesn't look like we can war train like tigers. Maybe they're just not big enough. It's also kind of funny to me that the cougar doesn't work the same way regular cats do. Regular cats, you don't make them available as pets. The regular cats choose dwarfs as pets. It's funny that big cats don't work the same way. Interrupted by honey badger. Let's use this as an excuse to test our squads again. G for the honey badger. And now let's go find it. Oh, it's already fighting a dog. Is it already dead? Yeah, it's already dead. Well, they're more effective at killing honey badgers than they are at killing, cave crocodiles. The recruit punches the honey badger in the head with her right hand, and the injured part explodes into gore. Sounds like cave crocodile heads are a lot harder than honey badger heads. Can you imagine? Like you said, or maybe it was Sprocket that said the anime character punching a tree for 30 days. This guy punched cave crocodile head for 30 days and then went up against a honey badger and just bah! It exploded into gore. I'm a little bit sad that they didn't use a weapon though. Like, it's fine and entertaining that it was punched. But where's the weapons at? Sorry about the yawn. The channel is starting. I'm pretty sure it'll just go floor by floor. Oh, he did jump down to the next floor before doing the stairs. Oh, he's doing the stairs there. Okay, I'm gonna actually, real quick before it gets too far, I'm gonna make the stairs a higher priority than the channel, so that the stairs actually do get dug out, because I'm worried that it'll focus on the channel and not do the stairs. Unfortunately, this would probably mean that the entire stairwell will be dug out before the channel, but I'm kind of okay with it. Okay. I think he's also going downward instead of upward. Yeah, he's gonna dig all the way down, then come back up and finish the upstairs. Well, it's the downstairs that's up above the top, up, down. Can I just... I guess it's a V I want. It's Sprocket Toad who's digging. We'll just follow him down. Oh, now he has no job, but he never dug the top staircase. So I don't think he can, like, actually get out. Dig the downstairs on a #1 priority. Please. Somebody just do it. Nobody's getting around to it. Sprocket Toad still has no job, he's just hanging around. I think after a while he will go back to doing it. But in the meantime he's just... oh. Like a little screen overlay thing here popped up, so the game froze for a second. Okay. Yeah, in the meantime he's just like hanging out in this hole. Da, 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 da. Nobody wants to dig out the hole. Even on our #1 priority. Everyone's just doing other stuff. There we go. We're working on it now. Okay, so those stairs are out. Is he still not doing anything? He's going to sleep? I'm saying that right? Nope, he's back to carving stairs. Oh, he's probably the one that did it. But he's not carving these stairs. All 10 bone crossbows have been made, which is good. Our entire archer squad should be equipped with crossbows now. Hopefully we can get bolts. If we had enough to make plenty of bone crossbows, we probably have enough to make bone bolts. There they are. They're queued up. I think I'm going to go back to RimWorld. You may not be able to build huge fortresses with hundreds of dwarves and capture wild animals and send them on raids, but RimWorld has a beautiful style of its own, where in my own run I had an attack where 3 out of 5 were injured and down, and then Manhunter pack of wolves came and I couldn't let my colonists go outside to get medicine from a different building, so they all died in a horrific last stand. Yikes! Yeah, that's pretty harsh. I like RimWorld a lot. At some point I'm going to have to buy it. I played a pirated copy for a little while, but I don't have it now. It's definitely on my Steam wish list. Yeah, RimWorld has a lot of the same feels as Dwarf Fortress. You can get in the same kind of pickles. It definitely doesn't have the same level of complexity, but yeah, it's a great game. Every once in a while we take breaks from Dwarf Fortress. I think you'll be back. I hope you will anyway. It's a really fun game. I would absolutely love to stream some RimWorld if I purchased it. Yeah, things get a little twisted in RimWorld sometimes. Somebody is like stockpiling fish over here. There's 3 herring just sitting in that bedroom. It's kind of gross. What is that? Plump helmet's here, but there's something else there. There's a creepy crawler on that plump helmet. What is the red meat? You talking about over here? This one is a prepared sea lamprey heart. They're both prepared sea lamprey hearts. There's one over here that is a coyote tripe. I think that the like red meat thing can be just about any kind of meat, to be honest. The one that was down by the cave crocodile, whenever that fighting ended, it's not there anymore. But there was a piece of elk bird meat just sitting right here on the ground. I think that it can really represent any kind of meat. Oh yeah, it could have been prepared fish, absolutely, yeah. There's a lungfish over here. Ironically, that could be alive. Lungfish can crawl across land. Did we have any injuries? This elk bird is hungry. Oh, somebody has requested diagnosis on a dog. I guess that would be an animal keeper, not the chief medical dwarf. So we have a couple of animals that need some care, but otherwise... We have some pink meat up here too. Moose lung. Prepared moose lung. Moose lung sounds like a weird band name. We're probably doing really well on food. Yep. Food and drink pretty good. Actually, drink is down a bit from what it was. Okay, we do have planting going on though. I'm glad to see fish in our dwarves' diets. Taming is suspended. Yeah, these are all tagged to be trained, but I don't think that equals tame. So, Seer, you mentioned interest in homesteading. Are there any like livestock that you've looked into? Would you keep chickens? Would you keep anything bigger? Do you have any animals right now? Pets or livestock or otherwise? Now that we have military squads, we should build a place for them to train. Where am I? Okay, we don't have a weapon rack, but I can planning mode it in Q1. Just gonna make it out here in the middle of nowhere with a couple of chests. Looks like we explored a whole new area of cavern here. Yep, just discovered a whole bunch of new gems. Haven't looked yet. I mean, I got 2 years of high school left. Funny enough, my family breeds dogs. Got a litter of puppies right now and another female planned to deliver next week. I forget. No, next week, question mark, I forget. That's cool. Are they any specialty dogs or just kind of like pet dogs? I always thought it'd be pretty cool to breed and train bird dogs. I didn't realize you were, well, I guess I didn't have any idea how old you were. It's cool that you do some woodworking and keep a garden and stuff in high school age. I wish I had done more outdoor stuff when I was in high school. Partially because I lived in Alaska, which is like the ultimate outdoor kind of place. Champion bloodlines, that's cool. Yeah, if you can get like some really good bloodline and what do they call it, pedigree stuff for animals, you can make some decent money breeding animals. We kept rabbits for a little while, and the plan was to raise them for meat because rabbits breed pretty quickly, they're quiet, and they're not difficult to feed. The hard part of that is at some point you gotta butcher little rabbits. Well, they're not so little when you butcher them, but still. Rabbits are pretty cute in most people's eyes. We never ended up butchering any of them because when it was almost time, my wife was pretty heavily pregnant and we couldn't keep up with the chores for it. And so we sold them all shortly before they would have been butchered. One guy bought like 13 rabbits from us, as well as all their like food and enclosures and stuff. We're out of cages. We can make wooden cages. Let's make like 5 more wooden cages. And then we've had chickens a few times, ducks once with some chickens. And we have the goats right now, which are kind of multi-use. The female we got was raised and probably given all kinds of antibiotics and vaccines and stuff, so we don't want to milk her and drink the milk, but we'll let her rear some young, and we're not going to treat them with typical antibiotics and vaccines and that sort of stuff, but we are going to use natural solutions. Goats always have to be dewormed because they just get worms all the time, and we have a natural solution for that already. Our male goat has had worms recently, and we already treated him for it, so hopefully we can get some young and start raising them. No, we never had any problems with wildlife attacking or eating our chickens, but we don't live all that far out in the country. I really would have been worried about cats. We have a lot of cats around us. What's fighting? A giant olm is fighting. What are you fighting? An animal trainer. Are you having a hard time? No, the fighting looks kind of light. What is it? He bit him and bruised him. There's a lot of punching, bruising. I think that my father-in-law, who does live a little further out in the country, he's had a little bit of issue with, like, I think it was a skunk was messing with his chickens for a little bit. And I think he saw a fox one time. Oh, they're definitely putting that olm down. But we personally haven't had issues. Now, the goats are out near his chickens, so I wouldn't be surprised if their just natural activity kind of kept some stuff away. The female goat too is kind of like aggressive. If so, like we've had our dog over there, and she doesn't like the dog very much. And the dog just wants to play, but she'll try and butt the dog if she's getting a little too close. Also, our chicken coop here at our house, which is only big enough for like maybe up to 6 or so chickens, is totally enclosed. There's no open air area, or it'd be pretty tricky for anything to crawl under the walls of our chicken coop. Well, we don't have it anymore either. I just kind of remembered it's not there. But the one we had was totally enclosed. I would actually prefer to be a bit further out in the country than what we are. We don't have very bad neighbors, but sometimes the neighbors that live like down the street a little ways and across the street play some loud music. Although it's usually on the weekends, so it's not like it's a big issue, it's just kind of annoying. Which is a bummer, because they're really nice people otherwise. Oops. We getting the giant Olm again? Hey, it's an axe dwarf. Who's punching? Ah, there he hacked. Hacked it in the neck, and the severed part sailed off in an arc. So presumably, is dead. Yeah, cool. Axe dwarf, hacking off Olm heads. Picking up equipment, foraging, preparing meals. All kinds of stuff's getting done. Just everybody's working. The ducks we had, we bought a male and a female duck. The male was a Pekin duck, which is the kind you would usually get at a restaurant if you ordered it. And the female was, I think it was a black runner, Indian runner, something like that. Your typical duck is like leaned forward and their head comes up. Runner ducks stand up straighter; they're thinner. Runner ducks are good for egg production, and Pekin ducks are good for meat production because they grow very fast. So the combination of the two is pretty cool. But they had a clutch of eggs. It was 10 total. One died in a few days, and we think it was the father that killed it. So the father was butchered, and then when all the 9 other young ones were bigger than the mother, we butchered all the ducks and got to put them in the freezer and stuff, which was kind of cool. Neat to get like all of that. Also, they were super like loud and annoying, so that's why we butchered all of them instead of trying to keep some around to breed. But that kind of provision thing was pretty neat. It was also really interesting how different duck is than chicken, as far as like meat and the cuts go. Their breastbone is a lot more robust. And there's not as much meat there, but there's more meat on the wings. The wings are also like way longer. It was funny because the ducks were out at my father-in-law's when they hatched the... I would love having chickens for eggs, but I'm allergic to the eggs, and I don't know if how I would be able to compete with large companies or even farms for selling eggs. A lot of people are very interested in local eggs, especially if you have like natural feeds instead of store-bought feeds. Anything like that. People love natural stuff. It can be kind of tricky to find people to buy them, but once you find people, they'll usually come back. Most of the time, when you have eggs, before you start selling them, you just give them away to friends. We get eggs almost exclusively from my father-in-law now. We went over there a couple of days ago and picked up like 30 eggs. But if you know people in your area, especially people that are into more like natural or local produce, they'd probably be interested in buying some eggs. Where it gets a little tricky is if you are going to wash them or not. The interesting thing with eggs, store-bought eggs are washed, and so then they have to be refrigerated. But if you don't wash eggs, if you just kind of like brush them off a little bit, because there's going to be some stuff on them, feathers stuck to them or whatever. If you don't wash them, you don't have to refrigerate eggs, and they stay for quite a long time on the countertop. But then you do definitely have to wash them before you use them. And you gotta wash your hands like anytime you touch them, because they're covered in this like film that actually protects them from bacteria that spoils the eggs. If you do wash them, you can dip them in mineral oil to kind of imbue a little protective coating, but it's a lot easier just to not wash them until you're gonna use them. You just have to make sure you do wash them when you use the eggs. And then wash your hands, of course. Still getting tables up to the tavern. We must have been very successful fishing recently, because I'm seeing like fish all over the place on the map. That's kind of the thing. If you want to be like a small-time farm, you're gonna have to either go to farmers markets or just talk to other people in your area and find people that want local produce, organic or very natural stuff. And then once you get a group of people, you could probably just keep that group going. I always thought it'd be very cool to get really good at growing like one fruit or vegetable or whatever, and just sell a ton of it. Say you could grow corn like nobody's business, just sell corn at a farmer's market or trade it away to people for other stuff. I honestly like the barter system. Like the idea of going back to a barter system is very appealing to me. I like simple stuff. We never got back to digging our well. But like I said, everyone's working. Stuff's getting done. It's just getting done kind of slowly. I think I'm gonna need to dig out a storage area back here just for like food and drinks behind these. Actually, let's space it out just a little further, because they're like filled up right now. We'll just fill that up and store more food. Oops. There we go. We're still going down a little bit on drink, but I don't think we'll empty out. The goal that I see in like homesteading or small farming is providing for your own self, and then you can share what is left over. I don't feel like, at least for me, it would be a good source of income necessarily, but a way to save money on like groceries or whatever, and you know where your food comes from. You know how much food you have. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. I really do like the idea though of like individual homes keeping gardens, and not just small gardens, but like gardens so that you can provide food for yourself. I think that if more people tried to provide their own food, then a lot of the agricultural issues would be better. Even just communities, if communities worked together to provide local foods, it would be a lot better. Oh, we have a season change right as someone started throwing a tantrum. Sounds like a great time for an autosave. Should we follow Salford Sal's advice and get up and stretch while the autosave goes? Encourage viewers to stand up and stretch too. Hey, it's done already. That's faster than usual for my computer. But I guess it is a smaller world than usual, I think. What season is it anyway? It's now spring! We should be able to look forward to some nice, generous elves coming to visit. Maybe they'll bring some neat animals. I really like you see all these people that do living off the grid and stuff like that, and I like the idea not necessarily of living off the grid, but being capable of living off the grid, so that if the grid collapses and like infrastructure kind of falls apart, then you can sort of survive on your own, or at least be comfortable for a while. That's way cool, man. Of the things on your list, what are you most interested in? I was working in electrical for a while, and it was interesting to me. I just didn't feel like it was a good fit. I was also doing like smart home kind of stuff, not necessarily like electrical. I was wondering, I actually Googled the BOCES thing, but none of them broke down the acronym. It sounds way cool. I like the whole like getting hands-on experience thing. That's a big deal when you're looking for a job. It's like everybody wants you to have 2 years of experience in whatever you're looking for. It's an entry-level position, but they want you to have 2 years of experience. It always seems like people forget that you got to start somewhere. Okay, so the militia commander is throwing a tantrum. Where is he? He's way down in the caverns, so he's away from everybody. I guess we'll just wait till he chills out a bit. So even if you don't think that like starting a small farm is very realistic right now, things you could do to prepare to be like a homesteader is keep like a low footprint lifestyle. This is going to be a food stockpile. Right now, all the food should be stored like around here. I don't even think we allow food to be stored up here. No we do. Just not seeds or plant cheeses for some reason. So there is food up here, but I wanted to start expanding food stockpile down here. The left side. This one should be all food, yeah, and then these are all drink. But then it's also allowed up there. Anyway, what I was going to say is, you could keep a low footprint lifestyle, like live in a small-ish house, try and keep your electricity usage down, things like that. Try and not generate too much trash. That way, if you do want to go and live off-grid or in a homestead or whatever, you don't have much to make up for. My wife and I have 3 kids, and we live in a very small house. And it works out pretty well for us. We spend a lot of time together because we don't really have a choice. Yeah, that's true. And like I said, it's a little bit impractical to think of doing a small farm as a for-profit kind of thing. You could look for like a larger operation, a bigger farm, even a bigger family farm, and work for them. Learn a lot about what they do, how much it costs, and then you'd be more prepared to buy your own land and do that kind of thing. It's hard work though. Farming is a lot of manual labor, a lot of early days. Excuse me. Still have a tantrum? I don't think so. We just need tanned hides. What kind of animals do we have right now? Do we have anything we don't really want to keep around? Not necessarily. If we search, do we have more than one yak? We do, and they're male and female once that one grows up. How about camel? No. We might as well butcher the camel. Oops. Ragnoff would be a horrible farmer. Not good at waking up, Ragnoff? Early in the morning, that is? When I do it on a regular basis, I'm pretty good at being a morning person. But lately I've been doing this very bad thing of waking up early some days and then staying up late and sleeping in other days. I need to get back on a regular schedule. Night owl, yeah. Valentine's kind of in the same boat. And I'm pretty good at being a night owl too. I worked a night shift at the hospital for a long time. My shift would be 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I was pretty good at that. I think whatever I do, I just need to be like on a set schedule is the thing. It's the main deal of it. I really liked when I would be working a night shift. Yeah. When I was working a night shift, I really liked when I would have nights to myself in the house, because when everybody goes to bed and you have some quiet time to yourself, then it's very peaceful. But at the same time, you can get that same sort of quality time to yourself by waking up earlier than everybody else. Have a nice cup of something warm, tea or coffee or whatever. I had a really weird thing going when I was working the night shift, because when I worked at the hospital for the past like few years that I was working at the hospital, I would work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, very specifically. 12-hour shifts, so that's 36 hours, almost 40, in just 3 nights. But then I'd be off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. And so I would get off work on Monday morning for my Sunday night shift and go straight to bed. And then I'd wake up, so I'd get to bed 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish, and then I would wake up maybe only like 11:30 or 12. So I wouldn't get a ton of sleep that day, but I would go to bed Monday night at a decent hour, like 9 o'clock or something, and then wake up Tuesday at like 8 in the morning, normal time. Wake up Wednesday, normal time. Wake up Thursday, normal time. But then Thursday night, I'd stay up all night long to prepare to work Friday night, and I'd end up going to sleep Friday morning. And that Thursday night was the like me time. I'd like watch movies or play games or both. A lot of times I would end up passing out at like 5 a.m. instead of making it all the way to 6, 7, or 8. But it helped me prepare to go back to work on Friday night. Weird sleep schedule. Somebody's tanning the hide, must be the camel hide. already out of leather. There's that hide still getting tanned. Tanna hide is still active, so just waiting on more leather. What are other animals we might want to butcher? That's not what I meant to do. We have one drake. Three female alpacas. We're just waiting on a male. One female llama. We have a groundhog. Let's butcher that. We don't need random animals like that. How are we doing on horses? One female horse foal. Ewe. One ewe. We have a ram? No. What about goats? Two billies, but they're both pets. We have a bull and a bull calf. How about cow? Reindeer cow and a water buffalo cow. We have all these mismatched animals. The thing is, I'm always hesitant to like butcher them because whenever traders come around, we might be able to get breeding pairs. Giant bat. Giant bat with a name. Hang on. The human spearman. Giant bat's taking things off of the human spearman. Where is this happening? Oh my gosh. That's so much blood. Is that the thing right there? I'd imagine since it has a name that it must have killed that human. Let's send the kill squad after it. Oh, we also have a ghost. Is the ghost under others? Ghostly wrestler. He's undead? Okay, it's just a ghost. Still considered undead though. Yeah, we gotta get that burying done. Where was the bat again? Oh, he's flying around. Hopefully our archers are equipped. I am wearing long sleeve. It's a very light shirt though. It's not heavy. I wore it out in like 80 something up to 90-degree heat today, but in the case of hot sunny days, it is more important to be protected by the sun than to like have a layer on. It's like I said, it's light. It's also pretty nice inside the house. Outside it's hot though. If I was wearing a heavier material or a darker color, it wouldn't help very much. But keeping the sun off you is pretty important. If you ever look at people that like live in the desert, they always wear like robes and stuff. Keep the sun off them. I like this shirt. It's one of my softer shirts. It is long sleeve, but it only comes to like here, which is what most long sleeves do to me, so I just kind of pull them up. I think the last stream I was wearing the Star Wars shirt too, which is a 3/4. Comes to about there, and I just kind of nudge it up. We're just watching this bat fly around, tell our units to get to it. Where is everybody? They're on their way. No, they're on their way up to the surface. These guys are mostly in the bedroom floor. Hey, Crooks! Everybody, it's Crooks' birthday! Happy birthday! Yay! He was somebody that I worked with at the hospital. He still works at the hospital. And I had texted him happy birthday today, and he just woke up like a little while ago. So it's fun to see. Glad you came out. I don't think I have like a party type sound effect. I don't know. Play a bunch of random sound effects. Happy birthday!
My man.
Where's that giant bat now? Wow, lots of elk birds and yaks. Can we capture yaks? Skull. Like we have the kennel. Can we target a specific species with catch a live land animal? Detail? I don't think so. What if I tell them to do it now? It'd be really cool if we could capture some yaks. Crooks, you gotta come hang out sometime. It's been a little while since everything's been going on. Uh-oh. A human spearman has been missing for a week. Presumably that's where our giant bat got its name. We killed that human spearman. You're off for 3 days next week. It sounds like a fun time to come out and hang out and play some video games. The giant bat looks like it's about to leave the map. It's right up here at the top. He's not. He's coming back. I'll talk to my wife about it, and I'll text you. I can't remember if we already have anything planned. I think we have to take the kids to a dentist appointment on one day. Our wooden cages are complete. Hopefully our cage traps will get reloaded now. I don't know if they're going to get to that bat. It's like flying all over the place. I got a sound sense achievement called micromanaging. Make 25 workshop things. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. Well, pretty much any of those days work for me. I think Thursday is the day. Either Wednesday or Thursday is the day that we have. You have a dental appointment on Tuesday. They gonna pull all your teeth out? Is your wife off? Lost those teeth in boot camp? Nice. Wow, did they, like, was it your wisdom teeth? Did they pull them out, or did they get knocked out? I'm actually really curious now. Pulled your wisdom teeth? I had all 4 of mine pulled in the same day. 3 of them were out in like 15 minutes, and then it took like an hour and a half to pull the 4th one, and it was the worst. All the same day? Yeah. But yeah, is your wife off work as well? We need to at least get... Okay, so dwarves are down here. Do they not see... It's not his corpse. Where did the human spearman die? Did the bat eat him? I'm confused. You think she's off too? Well, you guys should come out sometime. See you soon. See her? Or paused. Sounds like Monday is probably the best day. Wednesday is the dentist appointment for the kids. Our squads are down here looking for the bat. Where is the bat? We have a caged reacher. That sounds super creepy. Oh, there's a combat report. Somebody got a hit on it. We have units hunting this giant bat that's flying around right here. I don't think they're anywhere close to it. It killed a human spearman. Oh! Hey, elves are here! Hopefully they brought us some nice gifts. We'll request a trader. We don't need to move any goods, because we're just going to accept their gifts. Wonder if they brought us any interesting animals. Welcome back, Seer. You're just in time for the elves. Yeah, elves are here, and they brought carts of goodies for us. Or pack animals of goodies, anyway. We'll see what kind of generous gifts they bring. Elves are so nice. I only see two, with two, what animals are those? Yaks. A couple of yaks loaded with stuff. Bard cancels recover wounded. Patient inaccessible? Who's wounded? This recruit needs diagnosis and a crutch. They cannot stand. Their motor nerve and sensory nerves are damaged. Yikes. Oops. So this recruit stabbed at the giant bat with their spear and then got bit on the right foot. Many nerves and an artery has been opened. Yikes. It's not sounding good for their recruit. Where are they? So who was it that was injured? Bemble Gooded. Units. Q to search Bemble. Where are you? You're down here. Nobody can get you. He's moving just real slow. So he'll make it to the hospital, presumably, and get treated. Oh, somebody finally found the spearman. Where did that happen? That's right where the body, right where all the blood and stuff was. I wonder why they didn't see it sooner. Oh, the elves just walk right through the graveyard, or what is essentially the boneyard. We paused? Sorry. What is here? Somebody's corpse. It's tasked to be buried, but it just hasn't been buried yet. Merchants are unloading their goods. So, Crooks, how was your week? Or anybody else in chat who hasn't spoken up yet, how was your week? So far, so good. That's good, because we're pretty far into it. Now we can't trade yet, right? Oh, we can. So let's see. We'll check out what they brought. Some barrels. Kiwi hen. A doe rabbit. That's good. We have a buck rabbit already. Some wooden swords and spears and stuff. Some clothes. Chest. A bunch of food. Some arrows, which is good because we have a bunch of bows. Forgotten Beast strings. Interesting. Well, it's not a whole lot, but we'll accept it. Oops. Are you sure you want to seize these goods? Take what you wish, I cannot stop you. Well, thanks for the gifts, guys. The merchants will be leaving soon. Working back home, yeah. It's good to hear you got a few days off coming up, though. Did you do anything special for your birthday other than just sleep? So, Seer, we marked all the goods and seized them, which translates to accepting generous donations from the elves. They don't put up a fight. Supposedly, if you do it long enough, the elves will get upset and declare war or whatever. But yeah, they'll just let you take it. Humans will do the same thing, but again, supposedly humans will get more upset quicker. I think dwarves, there is some negative repercussions. Yeah, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing whenever I say that the elves brought us gifts, because we just steal everything from the elves. Alright, real quick, let's pen the animals we just accepted as gifts. We got a possum, a king snake, a doe rabbit, a kiwi hen. These are not actually animals. We have a troll, a reacher. I don't know what a reacher is exactly. And what else? A gorlak. Which don't appear to be tameable. They don't show up in this list. So we're going to put them on display in the dining room. Build a trap component? No. Wait, was it? No. Not G, but J for cage. Let's put them next to the misty stuff. We want to hit X to expand, and make sure that we choose the troll, the cage with the troll. And then we'll do down here X to expand, and make sure we choose, we'll go with the reacher, and then one more next to the door, X to expand, and we'll use the gorlak over here. So the troll, the reacher, and the gorlak will all get installed in their cages in the dining room as decorations. And for some reason, things in cages just kind of live eternally. Oh, our food stockpile area down here got completed. I'm not even going to change the settings. I'm just going to make a generic food stockpile down here and max out its barrels. I think on this map we have been trading with humans. We've accepted gifts from elves, but we've been trading with humans. And then of course trading with the dwarves. Still not a lot of progress on the well. Looks like at least one new bedroom over here. More than one. A little behind. Oh, we got a few actually. There we go. Cool, cool. What we really need now is migrants. We just need people to kind of fill out our ranks. They're filthy surface-dwelling elves. It's just kind of a meme-ish rivalry thing. Makes the game a little more fun. To act like there's some kind of rivalry between the dwarves and the elves. The elves will get upset at you for chopping down trees and trying to sell them things made of wood. Which is really ironic because elves have all sorts of things made of wood. They'll bring wood instruments and wood swords, spears, and stuff like we saw. They're hypocrites, that's why. They say we can't chop down trees and make stuff out of wood, but they do it all the time. Grown wood! Yeah, I guess that's the good point. They have like magic ways of growing wood into things. They grow wood swords? Is that how it is? They have sword trees? Ragnar sounds like he's on the elf side. I don't know about that.
Boo!
Elf lovers. It's all fun and games. Ah, that's fair. We do trade with humans, and that was a Twitch chat decision. When the humans came the first time, I asked if we should trade or just take, and the vote was to trade, I think. If I remember right, it was only Valentine and somebody else who voted, but still. Yeah, dwarfs are precise and efficient. Speaking of which, have we killed that bat yet? Oh, it's not in the list of other. Is it in the list of dead? No, it might have just left the map. We can search. No bat in the dead. No bat in other. It probably just left the map. Ragnar, was it you? I have a terrible memory, so I'm sorry if I ever talk about people as if they're not in the room, but they are. Or in chat. I just have an awful memory for stuff like that. So now we have a breeding pair of rabbits. Hopefully that'll be a pretty good meat source for us. Should we thin out pretty much everything else? Oh, we have 2 doe rabbits. Awesome. $1. It doesn't seem like a bad idea to like get rid of a lot of the other animals so that we can pretty much just focus on utilizing the rabbits. So how do we even do that? We just like... Okay, we're not gonna butcher seer. I'm gonna flag like everything and then search for rabbit and unflag them. Oh, we can't butcher the tame crow. Now, search rabbit. Only one of them isn't a pet, so. And then what else? There was something else we had a breeding pair of. I don't want to butcher the turkey because I think we have a poult. See you soon, Crooks. Yeah, we have a poult who should grow up soon, and it's a male. Was it yaks? Yeah, our yaks. We don't want to butcher our... Oops. We don't want to butcher the yaks. Pretty much everything else, though. That's probably a good point. I just kind of was thinking, maybe we'll just, excuse me, maybe we'll just over time thin out specific species. So right now, we'll just get rid of all of our elk birds, since half of them aren't even tamed anyway. We do want to get some leather going though, because we have a lot of leather stuff queued up. But you make a very good point, especially considering the fact that we already have an issue with like a lot of jobs. If we dig a tunnel, say from here to here, and then dig a channel here, the water shouldn't flow up, right? It should basically stay on that level. I wonder if I can make a little well in the middle of the animal pen so that whoever is taking care of the animals has a really quick and easy way of getting water. The plan, by the way, is to dig a channel. Oh, it's under the bridge. Didn't realize I lined that up like that. Let's do it one over. H for channel, R for an up ramp, D for regular dig. And actually, even though I've just done that all again, I'm going to do it one more time instead, to do it here instead of on a diagonal. Okay. Hopefully it gets done soon. Oh. Yeah, and then the plan is to just dig a channel right on the spot where it needs to break through. So we'll see. See if it happens. We'll see if it works. The stockpile is this great big room right here. And it's a pretty much just everything stockpile. Aside from that, there's a little stockpile up here for finished goods, very specifically for goblets. And that's for trade goods. Only goblets, any kind of goblets. That's all we trade from here. And that's mostly because it's really easy to search mug. No, it really doesn't look like much. Everything's stuffed into barrels. And I think that most of the stuff that we've gotten through trading is still sitting here at the trade depot. A lot of stuff in the trade depot. If we go T, I believe, is items in a building. And then this list is probably very long. Just a lot of stuff. We need more hauling to be done. But everyone's more or less busy. Oh, everyone in the squads are still commanded to kill that unit, although they can't find it anymore. I don't know, they can't stuff tables and stuff into barrels. I think what's happening with furniture is it's being produced. Let's go to T again. This one's mugs up here. It's being produced and then left. You can see all these cabinets and coffers and thrones. It's just being left at the workshop that it's produced at. So there's all kinds of furniture just sitting on the ground right where it was made, waiting to be carried off. I think we're just working a little too hard right now. If we had more idle people to just be hauling stuff around, it would probably look more like what you'd expect with like a group of tables, a group of beds, that kind of thing. We're also installing tables like as fast as we're making them. There's spots here up at the dining room still, or the tavern. Yeah. I think if all the hauling was getting done, there would definitely be a chunk of like tables, coffers, cabinets. But at the same time, those would also be getting installed, so there should really only be 5 to 10 at a time, right? That's what our workflow is for them. Say cabinets. Yeah, 5 to 10. So there should only really be a total of 10, and that's on the high end, just sitting around. Everyone's getting done with the hunt for the giant bat and going to get drinks and stuff right now. I thought that once the bat exited the screen, they would just give up automatically, but it doesn't seem like that's the way it worked. Wow, look at all the Crundles. Man, that's a lot. If we wanted a little bit of extra training, we could re-recruit everybody and send them after all the Crundles. What's all this down here? Miasma down in the catacombs. Oh, look at all the elk birds. Oh my gosh. I'm guessing our cage traps have not been reloaded. Should we get some training and send our melee squad after Crundles and Elkbirds? Or have we put them through enough already? They're all just putting stuff away. Probably be better if we just let them do their labor for now. Seer, by the way, I really appreciate you like sharing stuff with me on Discord. Feel free to post things like the picture of your garden in the actual Discord. If you feel like something might not fit in a certain text channel or anything, just let me know. Right now, the chit chat one is anything goes, basically. Post the picture of your garden if you want to, or whatever. I was telling Valentine that it was pretty cool that you sent it to me. Then again, if you want to keep that more private, that's fine too. Sorry if I outed you. Yeah, we still haven't produced a whole lot of leather stuff. We have a caged Crundle. But that is the kind of thing that we can just butcher. Yeah, I understand. That's fine. Salford Sal has a Discord, and one of the text channels on there is our animals, and it's just for posting pictures of like your pets and stuff. I posted a picture on there of my goats. I think I'll actually post a picture of my goats. Did I do that on our regular Discord? On my Discord, I should say. I think of it as like ours, as like the community's Discord. I don't remember if I posted about my goats. I posted one a while ago. I have a new picture of the goats. There they are. There's somebody carrying a table. Probably. I posted a picture of my goats in the Discord. But you probably wouldn't have heard the notification through my channel, if that's what you're asking. Through my Twitch. Through my stream. Oh, was that a petition? Yeah, petition available. Another person wants to stay. We're getting some sort of reputation for humans. Interesting. I don't think I have it open on this computer either. I don't know. Do you have Discord like allowed to send you notifications? But then again, you said it was a sound. I don't know. Human swordsman is fighting a Crundle. Ooh, right at the gate there. Cool. That would have been a good idea. If I remember to go to 3 hours and 37 minutes, or 3 hours and 35 minutes, I suppose, I might be able to see in the VOD, or you might be able to see in the VOD if you load it up also, but you'd have to remember to scroll to 3 hours and 37 minutes, 3 hours 35 minutes, somewhere in there, and listen. Masterpiece chalk door. We have a lot of chalk in this fortress. which is okay. Just seems like an odd thing to have furniture made out of. Another caged Grundle. We'll go ahead and just butcher them pretty much right away. Oh, I didn't realize the time. It's 9:43 already. Pretty soon I guess we'll close up. Oh, the weapon rack has been completed, so hopefully now it'll actually get constructed. We can make a training area for our units, and they can start getting some experience and training, which would be good. It's going to be a little bit confusing when I come back next week to play this. I have a few things going on right now that I'm probably not going to remember. That's okay. That's part of the fun of it. The next scheduled stream would be Monday, but it sounds like Crooks is going to come over Monday, so I may not stream then. We might push it back to Tuesday. Or maybe we'll jump it a little early and do it on Sunday. That'd be alright. Unless we have something else going on, I'm not sure. Keep an eye out. I'll probably post on Discord if I end up going live on Sunday. I would like to play some more Stardew Valley, so we'll see about that. If we're having a ton of fun, maybe I will try to stream. I'd imagine we're going to play some Jackbox if the Crookses come over. Let's see here. Who is there to raid? Great Bedinsky is live, but he's not playing Dwarf Fortress. Is anybody? Ooh, Aruzrun is. That seems like a fun raid. He has a pretty cool fortress going, if it's the same one he was playing a couple days ago. Or yesterday, I guess it was yesterday. I was checking out his stuff. Masterpiece Chalk Mug also. We do have somebody stumbling around obliviously, but that could be worse. Yeah, that's fine. I usually don't stick around for a whole long time after raids either, unless whatever's happening on screen is very interesting. A lot of times when I launch the raid, I'll say hi or something in chat, and then get up and go take care of some things like let my dog out, maybe get a snack, go to the bathroom, post-stream stuff, and then sometimes when I get back I'm not interested anymore, or I'll sit and watch for a little while, or I'll let it run without actually paying attention. And then sometimes I do genuinely watch. But we'll go on the raid. Should be a lot of fun. I'm contemplating letting Dwarf Fortress run on my computer here for a little while to let some stuff get done. Maybe we'll receive a round of migrants, just to see. But anyway, thanks for coming out. Hope to see you next time. Look forward to seeing you next time. It was fun chatting with you. See you soon.